Hi Gemini, it's already March coming up, and so let's get some forecasts for things to look out for, things coming your way in March. So we get the Seven of Cups in the upright, the Emperor, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. With the Emperor anchoring your reading, there's a lot of energy here about rolling out the blueprints, making plans, doing all the measurements, doing all of that kind of planning and tinkering type of work. That's really what I get from this deck, the Emperor depiction in this deck. And so this is probably regarding like a something to do with school or career, like a long-term project. I really feel something that kind of traverses the way between school and career. So this is like a project you might be working on in your internship, and you're definitely using skills from your studies to do this, but you're also gaining practical skills and recognition from your internship to add to your portfolio and possibly get, try to continue to be involved with your internship, the office that's at. With the Seven of Cups next to the Emperor, it's time to discern both within your project what you need and what to leave behind. And then also to discern what projects in general, like as a whole, to take on and pursue. There's a little bit of an energy that you're really great right now at juggling multiple things. Everything's just flowing around you. You're in the flow. And so you're tempted to take on more items to juggle. But the message here is that there is a limit. There is such a thing as too much to take on. And the cards are asking you to really reflect on what that limit looks like for you and how to maintain that. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I just want to look at this a little bit closer. I've tended to be reading this as a compromise in health, and that would really follow with the message here of you kind of being in this super productive state. I think you're already experiencing this now, and it's flowing into March, but in March you're hitting the point where you define what the limit is and you pay attention to the way it's affecting your health. And it doesn't mean like you need to go to the doctor or anything. And when I say look at how it's affecting your health, it could start very small, like you feel a little bit more tired in the mornings than you used to be. You aren't eating as healthy. You're not paying attention to cooking your meals. You're just buying fast food. It's like looking at the beginning stages of how you're hyper focused and you're like, how do you say this? Like you're dwelling in that flow state because it feels so great. But there is your like physical body to tend to that doesn't really kind of factor into that flow state. So that's what you're being drawn into in that first part of the message. The Hierophant, the Two of Cups, and the Star. Ooh. Strong things happening here. Multiple levels of messages. Okay, it's all coming at once. So, okay, first message is that you're stepping into this status or this role, or like you're embodying this knowledge keeper kind of energy that you have wished for. This is happening. Your wish is meeting its fulfillment in March. It either starts in March or something really significant happens in March to push that along the way for you. This is so cool. So yeah, you'll see some kind of definite confirmation that you're on the right path, that this path is unfolding for you now. You've manifested it. Yeah, this is the manifestation happening. You might have been trying to manifest it for several months, several years, but it's happening in March. So cool, so excited for you. The other layer of the message here is that there's a working relationship happening in the Two of Cups, represented by someone who embodies the Hierophant energy and someone who embodies the star. So I'm seeing this as like a mentor and mentee situation. So you're the one who aspires to become the Hierophant, and you find the right Hierophant expert to mentor you. I just feel like I want to show you this card so you can take in the energy. It's such a card for like institutions of higher learning, unlocking knowledge in general, knowledge that is like curated, collected, kept socially and institutionally. It's that formal sense of unlocking and participating in knowledge. This is what's opening up to you. So that's really cool. This is great. Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like I do want to take one more layer of tarot cards before I get onto your oracle. And this may be a separate message. So, okay, 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and 8 of Wands in reverse. So this layer here was about a project you are working on right now. This layer here is about connecting with mentors and like your next level up in a big way, coming up in March. And so let's look at this layer and what the message is about. Ace of Swords has been coming up in a lot of readings around this time. Well, I see here that you want to start on a new idea. You've had a moment of clarity and you're reaching for it, but there's some kind of delay to getting this to happen. And the delay is caused by some sort of conflict in your life. I don't see what the conflict is. It could be from your personal life. It could be from your school or career life. But the conflict is slowing down your ability to start this new idea that you have. Start towards this new course of study possibly that you want to do. Yeah, so this delay, if it's already happening, it is going to continue into March. So it's kind of like just focus on the things that are happening. Maybe this is delayed because you've already got a lot on your plate and it's not the right time yet to take on this new idea. Like I said in the first layer, your task is to start discerning how much you can carry and juggle, because you are in the flow and it's really productive, but know your limits as well. I feel like I want to get an oracle card to tell us more about each of the layers. So we'll start with this card, this layer. Upheaval. Yeah, that confirms for me upheaving kind of the way you've been doing things, because it's not going to become sustainable at some point. Just confirming that whole message. And then this layer is satisfaction. You'll be very happy with the mentorship that you're connecting with, and this opportunity. I really feel like it's a key to the next level. It's an opportunity. You'll be very happy with that. And then for our last layer, balance. That's interesting. It really, because look at the knife. It looks like the hand is balancing the knife too. Yeah, so be ready to start this when the opportunity arises. It's not going to happen right away, but don't be discouraged. Don't let go of your enthusiasm for this new idea, because the right opportunity, the right timing will come around. Balance that enthusiasm and, you know, the temptation to just like leave it behind, because there is a right time for that. So very cool. I'm wishing you a great March, Gemini, and see you again. Hi Cancer, can you believe it's already March around the corner? So I'm going to pull you some messages for the upcoming March 2024 ahead for you. Okay, so the King of Swords, Nine of Wands in reverse, and Four of Wands. This is to do with your home life, actually. There's something you want to say, you want to voice. Because there is something you're like, that's draining your energy, that's just becoming too much for you. I'm not getting specifics, but the message here is that you should voice this to take care of, to protect your energy. And it would bring a lot of harmony to the whole household, because it's like this. It's like you have 9 wands on your plate, and after you voice your like your exhaustion, or that you need to reconfigure how you do things in the home so that everyone can function, then it's like you go from 9 wands to 4 wands. It like reduces your load by half. But I'm feeling that half gets redistributed to like multiple other people. So it's like, it's not unfair. It's like, it's almost like magical. Like your workload gets reduced by more than half, and everyone else's goes up by like 10%. And it's like magic. Everything works. So yeah, this will be a lot of harmony once you voice the concern to start the momentum of that change happening, and people will come around you to help figure out that change. It's just a matter of saying how you feel. Yeah. Okay, the Death card, the Fool card, and the Magician. Wow, these are all major arcana in the second row. What is happening here? You're starting on a new journey. You're transforming yourself. Like there's a heavy emphasis on the transformation, or this journey is meant to transform you. It's like in a very material way. Like, for example, you're going to change your title, you're going to change your role title, or your degree title. And could this be maybe for some of you that you're working in a field of science in some way, or pharmaceuticals, chemistry, biology? I'm not really sure. But there's some sort of journey you're setting out on, and I'm really being drawn to this card with the eclipse that almost looks like the snake eating its own tail. I think it's meant to look like that, yeah. Maybe the eclipse time is really important for you. It's also making me think of the moons, like 13 moons is a cycle of 1 year. So it could be that like this is a 1-year program or 1-year process that you're setting out on. It's totally transformative. It totally pays off. It's what you do want to do and what you do need to do at this point in your life. That's a confirmation for you that this is very much path alignment happening in March. I wonder if this is something like, do you see how like the Death card and Magician card are so busy? There's so much at work there. The Fool card is almost peaceful. It's about like stepping off into the unknown. It's kind of like I don't want to say calm before the storm, but it's like you're in this blissful moment where you've made your decision, you're stepping into it, and then the work begins, right? But you're very joyful about doing the work, and it pays off a lot in the end. The Ace of Pentacles, the Devil card. Oh, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Devil in upright, and then Two of Wands upright. Do you see how there's two people here, two hands, and then two wands here? It's like takes two to tango, like that phrase coming to mind. There's something sour in a partnership, in a new job that you have started. Get the sense that this job is going to be temporary for you, and that might be by design to kind of urge you to step into this transition that you're considering. It could be something like getting another certificate, going back to school, something like that. Something about like gaining more skills to transform yourself in your title. So you might be like, yeah, wanting to become like a manager, or, you know, like move from sales to product management, something like that. I'm not really brushed up on my terms, my corporate terms, but it's something like that, where it's like you've been thinking about this for a while, that you want to make this transition, and now's the time that you finally do choose that. Yeah, something in this job situation you're in now really feels like maybe you just started it and you're still onboarding, and you just really get the vibes that like this is not going well. It is not the partnership that you thought it was. And it's like the match is not starting the flame for you. Like something's just not sparking in this. Yeah. So that's a confirmation for you. Like if you've been feeling like this is not working out, this is not the right thing for you, this job, new job or temporary job, then you're right. But it's not like a huge loss. It's one of these things that's giving you clarity on what you want to do next. Okay, so I'm repeating myself. I think that means that the message has been completed, but I want to pull a few of these oracle cards. Wow, that happened in the last reading also. So the upheaval confirms what I was saying before about voicing your concerns and changing the system at home to support you better. This card says upheaval. This one says trust in the invisible, and that's definitely matching the full card of having trust in the process, taking the first step, and letting the path reveal itself as you continue, because it's invisible right now as you're starting, but trusting in the invisible to guide you along the way. And then last, devotion. This card asks you to consider what you devote yourself, most importantly, and your time and energy to. Are you going to stay devoted to this job? That is like your major lesson here. I can give you a spoiler alert. The answer is no. I don't usually say that, but I just feel it so strongly. No, you're not going to stay in this job. You decide for yourself that you're not devoted to this. You even have number 5. Like 5 is all about disruption. Like this disruption is meant to be so that you start on your real journey. And I just, like, every time I look at this card, I'm so excited for you. Like, this is going to be so cool, and it's going to happen. I feel like it's going to happen very seamlessly, almost like quicker than you anticipate, because like the process just goes so well for you. So yeah, just to ease your worries, this is going to be great for you. So wishing you a great March. Hi Leo, we are coming up on March, and so let's look ahead into your month to get some advice on what you should give your attention to, what's coming up in this next month for you. So we're getting the Tower in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in upright. A heavy situation is transforming. I don't usually read this card this way, but to me it's saying that like nothing surprises you anymore. It's like you can see something coming. It's like you're trusting yourself now, like, it's also a little bit like you're not expecting miracles to happen, but you can see the reality of what's ahead, but in a good way, because you see this very trying situation that you've been in for this month, February, and probably earlier, taking a turn. With the Six of Pentacles, there's external aid coming in to support you. That could be resources as much as like emotional aid. It's kind of like, think about like when you get help from like a charity. It's like, yeah, you get the resources, the money, you get the aid, but you often also get that like extension of kindness and concern. So you're getting like the empathy and the aid in that way too. So it's very positive. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands upright, and Five of Cups. There's something affecting you with a loss. It's a loss that it's like it feels like a total loss, but it's really not. And it's like you're forgetting what you do have. Do you see? It's like, it's actually a very serene image here, but the only thing is like the water is black and the cups are cracked. You know, so it's like there's a lot of peace and beauty here. Oh, and the house is being flooded. There's a lot to like appreciate here, but like it is affecting your day-to-day life, like your home security, especially your sense of security in some way. And this is the Tower moment. So some of you could have actually been affected by like natural hazards like fire or flooding. And then that would make sense that if this caught you by surprise, it's like you're learning kind of like how to live with surprise. It's like, it's kind of like you used to be in fear that the next terrible surprise was around the corner, but you're finally turning a page on that, and you're learning that you don't have to live that way. Yeah, that's very hard. But this is very positive for you. Like there is a turn in energy here. You will feel it. You will feel like a burden lifting. You'll feel different with this turn of energy. You're hesitating to start something new. And it's kind of like, it's almost like your passion is dampened with everything. It's like you can't get that spark back. It's like you can't reach it with the Ace of Wands. And something has stopped growing for you. I don't know if that's a project or your motivation to continue on a project or your motivation to continue with your studies. Yeah, your motivation needs some nurturing at this moment. Your spark is a little dampened, and everything kind of came to a halt. You were doing like a lot. You were getting somewhere, I feel like, with the Queen of Pentacles. Do you see how this figure has a bunch of plants and a sprout, and it's like that sprout and all the other plants suddenly stopped with this one external thing happening. I want to follow up a question with this, but I'm going to pull the next 3 cards just to see maybe if it's already being answered here. The Hierophant, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Cups reversed. You're afraid, you're worried that you're going to lose everything that you love. Oh, it's kind of heavy. Do you see the Hierophant card? There's a key that the figure's reaching for. It's invisible, but it's like you have the key to resolve this for yourself. You kind of just have to find the right resources and read the right books. and it's almost like self-help books, but I think you're being pointed that direction, that you have the key, you can grab it and unlock this emotion or the situation for yourself. Yeah, I really feel like there's something causing you a lot of anxieties and worries, and it's affecting your motivation, your ability to nurture what you already have going on, your ability to start something new. Let me just remind you, with the Five of Cups and the Tower, these are temporary situations, and they're really passing now. And that's why your message is this way, that you're being called to let go of maybe the survival mode that you were in that did serve you at this time, and embrace a new energy. You realize in the end that you do still have everything you love, and it's almost like it's sweeter because of what you went through. You appreciate it so much more. It feels like 20 cups, you know? Oh, you have the fish here that appear in the Page of Cups too. I have to think about what that anymore. Yeah, so it's like you're not in fear of the next terrible surprise around the corner anymore. It's like you're wonderfully surprised by everything life has to offer you. This is beautiful. It's almost like enlightenment in some form. It's like you see the world in a totally different way, and things that you used to interpret as like maybe you didn't notice or used to interpret negatively, it's like you find the beauty in it. You find the magic. All of these cups are almost like floating and flowing into each other. You're connected in this way, emotionally and spiritually, I'll say. You get connected in the end, somehow. But right now, you're focusing on the loss, and I want to say it could be you're focusing on material loss, and it's affecting you emotionally and spiritually, but you will find, through helping yourself in the end, finding the right resources, that you have so much more maybe than you ever had before. It's a total life shift. Super heavy reading right here, but it's at the point where everything's turning for the better for you, for a positive. Yeah, this is crazy because I don't see a lot of major arcana. I only see 2, but it feels huge, as if it was all major arcana. I think this Tower moment also like turns you fully and completely into the Hierophant energy of unlocking this wisdom within you. So I want to end with a couple of these oracle cards. You get leadership first. Leadership here with the Tower moment. Is this maybe your survival mode? You were kind of, everyone leaned on you and looked to you in this situation, and it was kind of a lot, but you did embrace that leader role. People are thankful for that. Next oracle card for our Leos. New opportunities. Yeah, Ace of Wands is definitely new opportunities. Yeah, this is what you'll be transitioning toward in March, toward your new opportunities. You will see the new opportunity, and it's like you won't feel motivated to take it, but you will develop that motivation through working on it yourself. And you don't have to wait until you feel healed to accept the new opportunity. I am getting the message there's an overlap. Like, you can accept the new opportunity even though you don't feel great about it, and then heal yourself on the way, and then it all comes together in the 10 of Cups. Intelligence. Yeah. It's like you're using your intelligence with the Hierophant to overcome these worries. That's not like usually the advice that I have been hearing, that I would normally give. I would normally tell people, if I was not channeling, I was just talking myself, to like heal your heart, to ease your worries. But there's something different here for you in that you are using your mind. Oh, I know what it is. I'm kind of more attracted to somatic therapy methods, and so that's very much about using the body and emotions to like heal the mental space. But for you, it might be something more like behavioral therapy, like DBT, like dialectical behavior therapy. Just no, I'm not a psychologist. This is just from like my own experiences, what I understand of how different therapies work, and so I can interpret the message I'm seeing here. So you would need to go consult with someone, a professional, but I feel like it's pointing you more towards like talk therapy, towards something like mental tools that you can use when things come up. Mental tools in place. Yeah, you're going to be learning a lot here, and it's going to work for you though. And you are super intelligent enough to be able to carry this out. Yeah, I feel like I didn't fully interpret the leadership. It's like, yeah, all I hear is thank you. People are saying thank you for what you've done in this situation, for being a leader in this situation. So thank you, Leo. Yeah, and I'm wishing you a wonderful journey on March. You've got the tools to get through this, and it's going to be so transformational and beautiful for you. Hi Virgo, it's almost March, and let's get a message on your upcoming month. What to look for, what to look ahead to, what to maybe watch out for. We'll see. So we're starting with the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands reversed, and the Magician. This is very cool. So it looks to me that you have a new opportunity in the way possibly of a job opportunity or a study opportunity. And you're going to like step into this energy of the Magician. And I get the sense that you've been waiting to step into this kind of role for a while. It's this like this sense that you already knew that this is who you're becoming, but you were kind of like a student until then. And now it's like you really get the chance to become this Magician energy. Yeah, so I want to keep pulling cards to see if there's any more clarity on that. Death in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Ten of Swords. Really intense stuff. Something put your work on pause for a while. And this was something painful. And this is something that brought you pretty much to rock bottom. Recognizing your limits of what you can handle and what you need help with. And do you see how there's almost like an egg with a skeleton of a baby bird? It's almost like the Death and Rebirth card in this deck. So it's like you get it twice, one in the upright and one in the reverse. So interesting, and both circling the Eight of Pentacles reversed. It's like, it could be like this, like start, stop, to do with a job or a career path. It could also be like that start, stop energy, but more to do with like slightly making alterations to what you do in your career path. So like you started in one role and then you kind of you hit a stop to that, whether it's by your control or not. Some of this I feel like it's out of your control. and then you pivoted, right? Oh yeah, it's like pivot energy. So you pivoted to another role, and then that got stopped too, and you're like, you're pivoting again. I feel like you don't like this energy. For me, I'm a Sagittarius mostly, and I love that kind of energy. I live in that energy, but I really feel like this is like, feels like almost like a failure to you. And I just want to tell you, it's not a failure. It was kind of like a necessary aspect to your progress to get to this new opportunity, to get to stepping into the magician role. The magician role is very powerful, really like the most powerful kind of manifesting energy in the deck. It's because it's all about using all the available resources around them to manifest what they've visioned. And there's even like a faint infinity symbol here in the magician. It also makes me think of the strength card and the infinity symbol there. So I want to say that you have the strength card layered with the magician in this aspect. Whatever this was made you a stronger magician, basically. Yeah, I want to keep pulling. Oh my gosh, that is so weird, you guys. You got the strength card with the infinity symbol right there. Yeah, should I just put it right there, layered together? I'm freaking out, but that's really cool. So that's a confirmation. You do have the strength card there. 9 of Swords in reverse, right next to the 10 of Swords. It's been heavy for you. There's been a lot on your mind. 8 of Swords, what? Oh, I swear I shuffled these. You are heavy on the mental energy, like you can just list all of it, like the negative spiral thoughts, the self-critiquing, hopelessness, feelings of like depression and hopelessness, yeah, all of that, anxieties and worries. You've been dealing with all of this, and this is really what put the halt to your work life. I read an email right before I started this reading, and I don't think it was by coincidence. I think I meant to pass on this idea to you. I was reading about writing academic, articles and stuff, and different strategies for doing that. And one is about breaking away from that linear progression and thinking more in cycles of how you write, a cyclical kind of approach to writing, which I probably will learn more about, and it just gives me great relief to know that people are thinking that way, because the linear progression is very difficult for me. I don't really think that way. I get the sense from you, this is why I'm bringing it up, that you do think in the linear progression way, but you were forced to encounter a cyclical aspect to your lived reality, and it made you feel, because you lost the linear, it made you feel like you lost everything, like you lost your stability. Oh, that's what this is. You lost your stability, your sense of centeredness and stability. Yeah, there is something valuable for you that happened here for you to up level into the magician and to the strength card. Like I said, that whole situation gave you the strength to be not just the magician, but the strength magician, basically. You're a combination of these major arcana cards. It's a huge up level, yeah, but you really put in the work. You really did the time to do that up level. So cool. Okay, I think that message is complete. I want to get some oracle cards for you to send. First, you get the cat and lavender with independence. Yeah, perfect. It's number 1, just like the magician is, just like the Ace of Pentacles. So the starting leadership number 1 energy is very much for you in March. So step into that. Because now is the time that it's going to flow and it's going to feel great. You also get loyalty. Let me focus that. the Hound and Pair. So this makes me think of the Magician, and kind of putting that Virgo values of practicality and loyalty to the process, like basically partnering that with your newfound magician energy to really make it pop, you know. So this is like your stamp on the magician energy as a Virgo. And then last you get creative ingenuity. Yeah, I want to kind of do that same type of message here. So your creative ingenuity as a Virgo, your ability to patiently weave this web with intentionality and with persistence. Oh wow, this is number 2. So this is another, it's like the next step after number 1. Number 1, independence. Number 2, creative ingenuity. It's like you're building upon these to get to these energies, or these are what makes your personal stamp on these energies so powerful. So creative ingenuity paired with strength. And I just saw the tattoos here, love and trust. Let these be like guiding lights or like pinnacles to how you build your career now. And yeah, I just want to say leave the linear thinking behind, because even when you up level, you're going to need to embrace the cyclical thinking so that you can keep spiraling up. Maybe adapt the linear projection into like a line with spirals around it, because that's more how your path is going to look going forward, and you're starting it now in March, and it's so cool. I'm so excited for you. So sending you much love. Hi Libra, it's March now, and we're going to get a sense of what to look ahead for in the month ahead for you. So let's start with our first card, Justice. Oh, this is the Libra card too. So very promising start. Number 11, Justice, the Libra card, balancing the scales in a major way since it is a major arcana. 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. This is a lot. There's something big happening here in a positive way. There's some kind of project that you're starting. It's an idea that you just kind of materialized out of nowhere, or it's an idea that fell into your head out of nowhere. It ignited a passion in you. You've been thinking on it in a while, and it's going to start now. It's something to do with like charity, nonprofit work, and social justice in some way. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing very clearly. I'm going to keep it more general like that, and you can adapt it to your situation. But this is basically a go. This is a green light. If you can just feel the energy of these cards, this hand is like picking up the idea, and then this figure is like taking it forward with the sword. 4 of Swords, 3 of Cups, beautiful. Ace of Swords. This is so cool. The Ace of Swords is right next to the Ace of Wands. You've got power in this beginning. You not only have the spark of the passion, the creative passion to move this forward, your idea is sound. And do you see all these feathers in this card? Your idea has an element of being, as it's focusing, your idea has an element of being channeled in some way from your spirit guides as well. So that's why this is so big. You have a lot of assistance on the metaphysical side helping you out. And 3 of Cups is definitely speaking to, it's like, I'm feeling it, the energy of the 3 of Pentacles with the 3 of Cups. It's like teamwork, but it's like your friends as well. it's like it doesn't feel like work because like you're doing your work at the cafe and you're having a good time. There's so much joy in doing this. There's so much purpose. I would say the word anchoring your whole reading is like the sense of purpose, and because it's so purposeful and you know it, you're walking ahead. This is just like, it's undeniable that this is where you need to be. You might even be having those feelings of like maybe like a deja vu or confirmation that like this is really what you need to be doing in your life. Yeah, so this is starting in March. Yeah, I would say you might already be in the talks about it earlier, but it's really starting in March. So many signs have been getting like starting projects, starting this, starting that energy for March. So I don't know the astrology so well, but like wonder if like there's a lot of energy of that to do with March. King of Cups, Temperance, which carry very similar energies. And the Nine of Cups is just incredible cards that you have right now. The Four of Swords, I've been holding off on reading it because I don't want to jump ahead. I have an idea, but I don't want to read the wrong context, so I'll continue to leave that till the end. The King of Cups and Temperance, I feel like you're meant to think of these two cards together to embrace this energy. The King of Cups is all about like emotional maturity and leading with emotional intelligence, leading from the heart, but in a way that doesn't devalue that leadership. Yeah. And then the Temperance card is all about balancing, almost like opposing forces, balancing extremes. So in that way, there's a very similar message with the emotional balance and going in the flow, with the Temperance like maintaining the flow between extremes. Yeah, I think that's a key message for you as a leader in this situation, that there'll be times where you're just maintaining the forward flow, the forward momentum, and you just have to keep the wheel moving. But there will also be times where there will be like maybe conflict or opposing views, something to do with the extremes, and you're going to have to help navigate everyone back to the flow by balancing the extremes. So the Temperance figure is usually like pouring one cup into the other, and here it's fire and water. But together they're harmonizing and making something very magical, very unique. And the Temperance figure also has a foot in the water, and that's meant to signify like spiritual connection, spiritual kind of communication. Sorry, I'm trying to focus this, it's not working. Well, just leave it there. And the King of Cups usually has like ocean behind the figure. Right here it's like a lot of rain in the background, and it's also about being connected to emotions and able to decipher them, work with them in the flow as well. So that this would be your power in March. This is going to be the cornerstone of your power. The King of Cups combined with the Temperance card. Just always come back to that. The Justice energy you have naturally as a Libra, that will just kind of come through. But you can think of actually the three together as your power as you step into this new project that you're doing. And with the Nine of Cups, it's a wish fulfillment. There's a lot of success. This is all trophies here, basically. Are they all trophies? Some are like ancient artifacts or something, pottery. But there's a collection of like good things here, and this wreath makes me think of like peace, prosperity, and hope. There's a lot of satisfaction with what you're doing here. There's a lot of success. I'm drawn to the ace number, then the 3 as the progression, and then the 4. It's tied to the 3 of cups. Oh, it's tied to the 3 of cups. 3 of cups is like community. So this might be, if you're kind of like introverted, it's like a message to make time to be alone and recharge. Because I see in this project you're working with people a lot. And if you need to recharge your batteries, definitely don't neglect doing that, because that will also be essential to carrying the project through. I have the Cayman and Poppy with Dream. All right, this is your dream. This is your wish fulfillment. This is something that you've dreamed of. And it's happening now. Inspiration. That's totally like the 2 aces combined is your inspiration. And I think we already covered that about you having the like channeled message dropped into your head. It's just like a moment of inspiration. If there's ever a moment like that, I think it already happened, but you're going to continue to get these as guideposts along the way. Just know like those are the things that are meant for to move your project ahead step by step. I think you're going to be inundated with a lot of creative ideas, a lot of inspired ideas. Just get a notebook and write them all down. And then lean on your team to kind of discern what to pursue and what to kind of leave for next time. And then you get adaptability. I feel that matches so well with the Temperance card, actually. That gives me a better spin on what I was saying before about going with the flow. If you think of it as adapting to new situations, adaptability, that would be tying together the message in this row. So it's so exciting. I would love to hear if you want to put in the comments what you're up to. Otherwise, I'm wishing you so much love and success on this journey. Hi, Scorpio. Let's get a little peek ahead for your March, which is right around the corner. So we're going to open ourselves to 3 layers of messages and just see what comes through. Ooh, you're starting with the Devil. 3 of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Wands. I swear, like, every pile has been getting some kind of new beginning card. So your new beginning is something you're passionate about or going to be passionate about. There is a delay to an opportunity that either you're waiting for this opportunity to match with you, you already know what it is, or you haven't even started reaching out yet. I think the delay is caused by the Devil energy in some way. And I have the gut feeling that this Devil energy is internal rather than external. It could be something about like procrastination, like that. It's kind of something that's holding you back. It's like keeping you tied. See, the figures are connected by string here. Keeping you locked into some kind of box. Could it be like you're not thinking far enough outside the box? And it's like you're ready to start something new. You have so much passion and readiness for it, but it's like you can't see what it is. Like you can't see what the thing is that you need to connect with. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if we can get more information. The 9 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and Judgment. That's huge. Judgment. Well, like, I feel like this is in the past. Like, this is all of your accolades and awards from your past work. It's like the sum of your life's work, and it's like you have this feeling like, is it enough? With the 7 of Pentacles reversed, it's like you don't know where to go next with something that you've been trying to grow. this is something you've been working on for a while. So say you've been in like a field of study or a career track for a while, like maybe 7 years even, and it's like you're getting to the point, like everything was going great, you've got a lot of like recognition for this, but you're at the point now where it's like you don't know where to go next with this. You might be a little bit like lacking motivation to continue on the same line. Kind of, you want two things. You want to build on this, but you also want to do something new. And so I think the trick there is to figure out what that looks like for you. And this is an important moment for you. It's there's two energies here. First, it's like you're waiting to see if other people recognize that with your background you can do this thing that's slightly different. But it's also an internal milestone that you've hit with the Judgment card, that you actually feel pretty complete on this area of your life that you've been working on. So it's also kind of like a celebration. So keep pulling. The Two of Cups in reverse. The Two of Pentacles. 2 and 2. The Ten of Cups. Thing that's been a good working partnership but hasn't been fulfilling to you. You're going after something that will give you the Ten of Cups, that will give you the ultimate fulfillment, because you've got the Nine of Cups. You're looking for what's that Ten of Cups. Oh, there's some interesting something intertwined here with like it could be something like this, where you have like the stable job, the job that you wanted, that you've worked for. You have all these pieces in place, but you're missing you're missing the partner. You're missing the animal in your life, the fur baby, or you're missing like offspring of your own. There's like something missing that you're ready for now. And you're kind of just like, how do I get there? For how to approach this energy in March. The Hierophant. Wow, another Two of Swords in reverse. The advice for going forward in March is to get your books out, to relieve your lack of clarity on something. Yeah, there's an answer in what you're working on, in your background knowledge, in your research. It's like something that you know very well, but you need to open that book that you know well and like reread a certain sentence or idea, and that will bring clarity to you. That will click on multiple levels. It will click on the like physical thing you're working on right now, like say you're working on an essay or a paper. It will also make you realize what direction you want to take your career or your studies next. Yeah, a little complex. I was feeling more the energy of people being in their career, or maybe like far in their graduate studies, or even early career academics. So I hope if you're like a student, there was something in there that resonated with you. I just really felt that energy so strongly in this. But let me finish off with some oracle cards for your final advice. Healing, the deer and oat with healing. Yeah, so something with this waiting for your next move. Instead of pressuring yourself and like fretting over it, focus on your healing over a situation. And I'm feeling like healing in like an institutional wound, basically. You were let down by your work or your school in some way, and that can be healed before you move forward. An ending. Wow. What do we have here? The Judgment. Yeah. You are moving on to something new. So don't worry about that. If you were feeling like you're stuck, there is an ending coming at your because of that you're willing it. The ending is happening. And upheaval, this keeps coming up. Upheaval. I feel like this is upheaval with the 2. All the 2s, 2, 2, 2s. There's some major upheaval you need to look toward in your partnerships. And this can be like love, business, like school, spiritual. Some way that you're connecting needs a big upheaval, and I feel like that's strongly connected to the healing aspect. So yeah, there's multiple ways that you're kind of disconnected, and maybe you were doing that to protect yourself before, but now you don't really have to do that. You just have to heal what you went through and be able to connect again to partnerships in multiple ways for this to move forward in the best way. Yeah, so things happening in March for sure regarding this predicament or the situation you've been in, this stagnation kind of feeling, and I'm wishing you so much love on that. Hi Sagittarius, it is already March and we're asking for a message for the month for you. So Ace of Pentacles upright, the Star in reverse, and the High Priestess. There's some contradictory energy between the High Priestess and the Star in reverse. There's some kind of wires getting crossed because both are to do with connecting to intuition. The High Priestess is like connecting to intuition and translating that wisdom and knowledge and vision into the material world in more of a communicative kind of way. The Star is about like manifesting dreams and wishes in the same direction, coming from the metaphysical, coming from the like your imagination and dreamings and aspirations into the physical world as well. So the one that's being kind of complicated in this dynamic here is that that wish being realized. I want to pick up the card. I feel like there is something I want to see here more closely. So I'm just gonna hold it up for a bit. I see like the tower in the back. It's like the aftermath of the tower. And I feel like there's something to do with the timing of an aftermath of your tower moment and healing, entering the healing waters to be able to realize, reconnect with the dream that you have. And it's a sense of a dream that you had before the tower moment. You didn't have the ability, the time or attention to give it during that tower moment. When I say tower moment, it's like this disruptive event, often external, that affects your life in a big way and kind of shifts you to like adapt and move through life in a different way. And so it can also affect our plans for the future and like what we see as meaningful or also possible for the future. So that's the aspect that's being affected here. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new material start. This is a new job or a new course of study you're materializing something in the world through hands-on work. So you're getting your hands dirty. And it's really informed by your internal energies of these two major arcana cards. I feel like the High Priestess is becoming intact. Do you see like the figure is holding a box? It's almost like they're waiting for the key. They're waiting for the key to drop down or something like that. And then the water here also reminds me, it makes me think of the water in the star card. Like they have collected the water in the star card as an essential element to making this thing happen. This is interesting. So there's also a block to this project in taking the next step from the Ace to the Two of Pentacles. And it could be a material hardship that you've been going through. Which I would say has like also overburdened your mental space and your emotional space to the point where, like, this is a weird message. It's like the fire's out of control on your creative ideas. It's like a overshooting the situation, like over responding is something that you've been enduring, pushing forward through, and kind of reaching like a backing point, carrying this forward. There's something falling through as well with the, I mean, this is doubling that part. There's something failing in a partnership, in moving ahead to the next step of this new job, this project. I'm trying to get a sense if that's internal to you or external with the partnership. And then kind of the center of everything is this disruption card, the Five of Pentacles. Some sort of financial hardship that I feel like you're kind of in the middle of still. So there's a lot tangled up here. There's like a financial hardship, but there's like an economic or material opportunity to start, which is difficult to start if you're in a hardship, right? So you're kind of like in this difficult entanglement with that situation. On top of that, there's this like burning your candle at two ends. Like you're doing multiple things, like in your family life, in your community, in your school, in your work. It's like like the chariot is like running around to all these things, and it almost feels like, yes, this is what has been hovering over the reading, is that you don't have time for yourself, and you do need to make time for yourself for these energies to come through so that you can begin planting that idea that you have. There's something here with the Two of Cups and in reverse. It makes me think about like prioritizing your projects, prioritizing the things you're involved in, and saying no to multiple things that are low on the priority. Things that aren't really going to have a payoff for you because you just got too much going on, and this is not the right time for it, because you do need to focus on your own finances and your own stability right now. This is a bit like, I think this is connected to your Tower moment, this material hardship. It's like this hardship has helped to shift you to see a way towards financial stability. And this feels like starting something yourself, like maybe starting a consulting business, starting content creation, starting something that you monetize. But it's like you can, and this fell into your head by your guides. Like, this has been gifted to you, but it's like you can't start it if you're doing all these other things, right? Like you're volunteering at, you know, like your child's soccer practice and all these things, which is all valuable, of course, but when are you going to be able to do the thing for you? That's the question here. And that's basically what you have for March, is a big question. When are you going to have the time? When are you going to make the time to do this thing which has been given to you by your guides to assist you to play out your role in the world? The owl and hawk with wisdom. And I just think this really, this does shape what I was seeing here with the High Priestess and the Star. What's coming down to you is wisdom from your collected experiences through the hardships, through the things that you've survived. And this is the gift that they have given you to start this new idea. Mischief, the Martin and Foxglove. Yeah, I feel like this is to do with other people in your life kind of taking energy away from you. So that reconfirms making your priority list and cutting off the things that are just kind of not necessarily mischievous people, but like things that are like wreaking havoc on your time. They're being like little projects that you don't really need to deal with yourself that are like making mischief with your time. And guardianship. This speaks to me about guarding your time, guarding your energy. Yeah, and that's your message for March. So think about that question. You'll be working through it this month. And I think by the end of the month, you will have a better idea of how you can go forward with this gift. Hi Capricorn, happy March. Let's get a message for your month coming ahead. 8 of Cups in reverse, the Justice card, and 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Something interesting with the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups being a multiple of 4. 4 is all about stability. And I would read 8s as like a challenge to the stability, or something that helps you build your strength in multiple areas of your life. So there's something coming towards you with this Justice energy that I would say you are the one leaving your sense of stability behind. You're leaving your desire to escape something as well. And it's like you're facing something head on. Do you get what I mean? It's like you've decided that, you know, you thought that you could stay out of this thing, but you decided now that you can't. Like, you need to step into the ring. And that means in some way exposing yourself and releasing your security in whatever way. It could be like, say this is at work and you know, you've been flying under the radar to do with some kind of drama. That would be the security that you're letting go of too. And if it's at work and the drama was causing you to consider leaving your job as well, that's changing too. And it's like now you've decided instead you're going to stand here and fight for justice. Ooh, that's very powerful. So adapt that to whatever situation you're in, but the energies are the same, that you've reached this point where you've made a decision to stand for what you believe is right. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and Ace of Swords. So this is to do with your work, I believe, or your school, or even your faith community. Something to do with an institution in which there's a partnership and you're involved in that collective or the partnership. The 7 of Cups speaks to like multiple ways this can play out, but you are the one who has received the inspiration for how to go ahead on this. Do you see how it's like the hand here is receiving the knife? It's like receiving the sword. It's the Ace of Swords. And there you are taking it and walking forward powerfully with that inspiration. You have the idea of what needs to happen to go ahead. That's why you're standing up now. Yikes. Yes, this is a Tower. Four of Wands in reverse. King of Swords in reverse. Strange. I need to think on why the King of Swords would be in reverse. The other two make sense. So this is a major, I called it a drama, but it's like a major shift happening in this institution. It's a lot to go through it, but it is shifting things for the better. Definitely, the stability is gone. It's out of balance. You can just think of it as there's no stability anymore, but in a sense, the stability wasn't the best thing either. It wasn't really serving you and others the way it should have been. The stability was there serving people who were privileged enough to benefit from it. That's why the King of Swords is reversed. This is somebody or a demographic in particular that's like going down with the Tower. So the King of Swords in the reversal interpretation is like is a kind of like authority or leadership that is misusing their power, using their words for personal gain and to oppress others, using their words and logic and reasoning basically to like keep their own privileges intact. So yeah, there's some kind of authority figure or group of authority that have been misusing their power, and this Tower moment is here to help shift them away from this energy of misusing the institution for their own benefit. And you're involved in this. Also, you are being called to get your hands dirty and bring out your sword, because you've been given a sword by your guides to help pull out the final battles to this thing. So you are guided on this, you are protected, and you're being encouraged to go ahead and do what you know that you want to do and you feel like you really need to do, because you are supported on this. Yeah, that's crazy. Everything I just said like felt like a major channel. So I'm so like pumped for you. I'm ready to get in the ring with you. Yeah, okay, I want to pull out the oracle cards now. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we got safety first. So this speaks to like restoring the safety. I think it fell around here. Restoring the four energy of stability, and you are a agent of restoring the safety. And there's also, oh, we got our 3. Amazing. There's also purification here, and so that speaks to me of like purifying the institution of whoever is not serving it well. And then metamorphosis, and I feel like to some people the frog and lotus, either one of these symbols will be significant to some of you. And yeah, so this is like the Tower. It's a complete shift. It's a complete change, a total transformation, total metamorphosis. So if you think of metamorphosis, it happens in stages, right? And you're in like a very important stage right now of purifying the institution and restoring safety. Of course, there's more to do after that, but you're pretty key in this safety and purification stage. So I hope that gives you some kind of encouragement and confirmation, and I'm really wishing you so much love on that. Hi Aquarius, happy March. Let's get a message for you. King of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Sun in reverse. Oh, I've never seen this card yet. I just want to take it in for a bit. It's beautiful. Okay, let's see. I'm really looking at the Seven of Pentacles. So there's something you've been kind of toiling away at, and you're not very happy. It's not giving you the joy that it once did. You've been working on this for a while. It's something you've gotten very far with. But yeah, there's some kind of like energy being drawn down to it. Like you're in like your lower vibration to do with this project, I'll say. You're not feeling it anymore. I want to hold off on the King of Swords first. Five of Swords reversed, Death reversed, Nine of Wands. You're really putting in the time and holding out on this work. You're really just like hanging in there, but you're exhausted. You are at the point where you're like, this is like wounding you, and you do need time to heal, but it's like one of those situations where it's like you have a deadline and you just have to keep pushing till midnight. You just have to get that deadline in, and then you can rest. It's like it's that kind of feeling. The Five of Swords in reverse and the Death card in reverse. Okay, this is the way I'm seeing it, and I'm going to use this example, but you can shift it for however it works for you. It's kind of like, say you're working on your dissertation and you've been working on this for so long and you're just ready to like finish and get your degree, but you're like really at the final stages where you're about to finish writing it. Like I would say this is the depths of the writing stage, where it just feels like it'll never end, and it's like up to you when it ends. And so that makes it even worse. There's no set deadline. And it looks like something happened to kind of make that process even more difficult, because it's like you were ready to transform into, you know, the MA or the PhD. Sorry, that's the example. Excuse me. But you're being held back. You know, you're like being prevented from moving ahead with this transition, this death of you as a student and the rebirth of you as a PhD. And something informing that situation was a conflict of ideas, possibly with someone on your committee. I won't say that it's your advisor, it could be, but it's someone who has some kind of level of influence on your project. And that's also wearing you down a lot. That's also sucking the joy out of this whole experience. I mean, that's terrible. Let's see if we can see some advice on how to go forward with this. Oh, the cards are really changing on this one. You're being told to disregard this negative feedback that you got and retain your original vision. Yeah, I think you got some feedback that you didn't quite like. This person didn't get what you were doing, and it really brought you down. It deflated you, but I think this is just like one person with like some ego issues going on, and the advice here is to like stay true to your vision, because you have that power of vision. You are correct in this, and this card, Knight of Wands, is telling you to go forward with it. Like, do you see this figure is like skateboarding like really fast and like holding the torch? It reminds me of like I don't know, back in the day when we didn't have messaging devices. Like someone would run around and like announce something, you know, like if it was dark they were holding a torch. It's like you're that messenger. You're running around and spreading the word. you know, uninhibited, unencumbered by anyone else, and you're just doing what you need to do because it's feels urgent and it feels like it's the right message, and it's like you're the only one that has the message and you need to spread it. Yeah, so there's something important, say, if you are working on that dissertation, that you need to say, that you need to stand by. It's already good as it is. You don't need to develop it more. Of course, this is all at your discretion, but I feel like I need to pass on the message to you of validating your ideas because they're solid. You already put the work in, and it's important. It's really important to get the message out there. More important than the feedback from this one person. Yeah, so that's coming up for March. It should be like a relief to a situation that's been holding you up on some kind of project you've been working on that's been inhibited or held back by a particular ego of authority that's that has like kind of influence over it. Satisfaction. Yeah, you're gonna get great satisfaction from speaking your truth, speaking these words, because you will get validation from other people for sure. I think you already have been getting validation from, like, say, your peers or, you know, other people around you. It's just like the status of this one person makes it hard to ignore. But listen to the validation rather than the critique on this one. Inspiration. You'll inspire others. I feel like this is very linked to the Knight of Wands. You'll go around spreading your word, inspiring people with this idea. I feel like it's like a new way of seeing an issue that you're bringing into the world. And then strength. Have the strength to defend this. Like literally, if it's your dissertation defense, pull up on your strength and stand by this idea. With everything you've got. Yeah. Kind of hard to give you that advice without knowing what you're working on, but yeah, again, this is not coming from me, this is coming from your guides. So I feel it to my core that like you're right, you're valid, and you go out there and do your thing, and thank you for doing your thing, and I'm sending you so much love on your journey. Hi Pisces, it's March already. And this is your time of the year, so happy birthday, all you Pisces out there. I have a Pisces birthday reading if you want to check it out. And we already have some cool cards coming in. So the Star upright, the World upright, and the Empress reverse. So strong, all major arcana, and all of these like strong kind of feminine energies within the deck. Let me take a look. I think this Empress card is in reverse because this is the energy that you're usually in. Kind of the more intuitive, like receptive, nurturing, receiving state of mind. Like, communicating, listening, receiving ideas, and sharing empathy. I always think of Empress with empathy, like similarity in the words. And it's like you're being called to just put that to the side a bit for now because you've already mastered this, and step into the Star and the World energies for March. And there's a little bit more of action instead of just reception. It's with the Star, the action is like, do you see how it's very simple? It's just kind of like receiving the water and scooping the water. So you're doing both. You are receiving, but you're also actively collecting the water, and the water can represent like intuitive messages, connection to spirit, dreams, emotions, and like hopes. All of these kind of mixed together, like the emotional aspects with the imaginary aspects. And then the World card is calling you to complete something. So there's a like more action you're being called to with these cards. there's something that you've been working on. You're kind of like, I think you're probably stalled in this state of like collecting and receiving. Like, say you're doing research, it's like you're collecting data, receiving inputs from your survey, something like that. There's some kind of stall, or you're kind of like plateauing at this stage in your energy, and it's all a matter of you just like nudging yourself to take it further to the complete cycle, to finishing off this project. So you can adapt that to wherever it lands, whatever you're working on at this time. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords reversed, and the Two of Cups. So I was gonna say something until I saw the Two of Cups, but when the Two of Cups came up, it makes me think two things. For some people, this is a partnership, and one is embracing the Knight of Cups energy. One wants to go forward and just kind of like go with the flow and see how things turn out, respond to the situations as they arise. The Knight of Swords wants to have a plan and make a beeline for that plan, and get rid of any obstacles in the way, just for the sake of sticking to the plan. So they're a little bit at odds with each other. And the Knight of Swords is energy is a little bit, in this partnership, it would be a little bit too much. Like, it would be at the expense of the Knight of Cups energy. So they would be pushing their own views at the expense of the Knight of Cup energy. And I feel that, of course, you're Pisces, that you are the Knight of Cup energy. So someone is in this partnership is being a little bit more dominant and not giving you the space that you should have in an equal partnership to have your views heard out. The other possibility for some people are that these are dual energies within yourself, and you're trying to balance them. And it could be something like you're working on that piece of writing or that research, and you're being urged to make it logical, make it dry and clear, and just make it like clean and scientific. But you have like I would say you have a more flowery kind sense of like expression and language than maybe other people in your field, and you don't want to be limited by just making it like logical and rational and like strict, because for you, logical and rational is also connected to your emotional expression as well. Like, you don't have to have one over the other. You really want to go forward with integrating the two, and there's some kind of like conflict of mind that is not allowing you to move forward with both energies. Something in your situation is making these energies opposed to each other, so you can't integrate them like this. You can't tie them together the way that you really want to. Queen of Swords in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, and the Chariot in reverse. This feels like similar to the Knight of Swords in reverse, as does the Queen of Swords in reverse. But then you have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is a great card. I feel like you may need to have like a sit down with whoever's involved in this project and just really kind of like share a meal, have a relaxed environment in which to discuss this thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to take in the swords. There's a rollerblades energy. This is a Cancer card, so it could be, I'm tempted to connect the Knight of Cups to the Chariot and the Knight of Swords to the Queen of Swords. So if we like rearrange it this way, this is kind of how I'm seeing it. Like, these two are connected, these two are connected. You get together for coffee, you get together for a meal and work things out. I'm kind of feeling that is what is coming through. if the Nine of Pentacles wasn't there, I wouldn't be saying that because everything's reversed. But because the Nine of Pentacles is here, it's like the two energies are gathering to really just like speak freely, speak honestly, truthfully, put your cards on the table, see where you go from there. That looks like it to be the advice for you in March. So you should do this get together at March so that you can get to this point where you finish this project. Yeah, and if we continue the parallel, going backwards now, it's like this partner is very enthusiastic because they do have the vision, and you could be working with an air sign, you could be working with an Aquarian for this, because the star is the Aquarian sign. And it's like they're so motivated, but it's like they're not seeing that they're neglecting your powers in this. You are being offered the opportunity to make your powers visible and equal to the partnership by having a candid conversation in March. Okay, so let's finish off with some oracle cards. Devotion. This is nice. Both of you are devoted to this project and to the benefit, to the welfare of each other. So it could just be a misunderstanding that you just need to talk through. Peace. Peace is needed at this point to be able to progress forward. And modest fortitude. Just keep working together and keep your egos in check. More so for your partner than for you. Keep the modesty at the front of the priority list, and you'll be getting ahead step by step together to the end of this thing. Yeah, you both are doing well. It's just like a little obstacle to unravel and a little knot to kind of like untie and then keep going forward. And so I'm wishing you so much love on doing that. Hi Aries, happy March and happy birthday to some of our Aries. I'll be doing a Aries birthday reading later on towards the end of the month. So we're starting with the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Fool. Everything in upright. This is so nice and clear and positive to see in your reading. You are feeling curious about something, and you're ready to follow that curiosity wherever it takes you. And you're willing to put in the work to use that curiosity, or not to use, but to follow it in some kind of productive way as well. Sorry if you're hearing something, that's my cat, Mocha. Same with the Fool card. You're ready to start a new cycle, a new journey. You're in this liminal space in between starting, like having the idea of it and ready to start. So something fresh and new is both coming your way, and you're taking the first steps on that in March. Three of Cups reversed, Seven of Wands, and Ace of Cups in reverse. So you're coming off of some difficult situation in which you had to defend yourself against a lot of hostility, and I get the sense you had to lean into your inner strength and your love and your loving, like magnetic, empathetic character. You had to grow that and display it as your defense for these like toxic, vicious, fiery others who are attacking you. I don't know the context of what that defense was about, but it takes a lot of energy to rise above. Like I see this wand rising above and is wounded as well, holding your ground but successfully. Yeah, you have a stronger magic, I'll say, than these angry, toxic others do, by reaching into your wells, your resources of inner strength. But at the time that this is happening, your self-care and your self-love has been affected and wounded in some way. So somehow, if these were like aggressive, angry words, it soaked into your skin and it got into you deep. And so there's some healing that needs to take place. I'll see what comes up in the next row if that's where the cards direct you next. But at the time that like you're having this healing, self-care need, you're also needing to heal the community. Or I won't say that you need to heal it, but the community's been kind of disrupted by whatever's going on here as well. So there's a lot of disruption to the harmony that it seems like from your energy here you were hoping for. The Moon in reverse, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Wands in reverse. So there is a lot of healing here and a lot of emotional union and harmony happening. This is what you're going towards in March, this Ten of Cups energy. So you can see it's just a diversity of different cups all flowing into each other, supporting one another. Joyous with the fish. It's the same fish as in the Page of Cups. So everyone's free to follow their curiosity and celebrate each other as this thing resolves. There will be clarity. The clouds will be parting here with the Moon reverse, and there will be clearer communication and clarity on what happened in the situation, and you can kind of put down your wand in your defense after this. You could relinquish your Nine of Wands kind of defense energy and instead embrace the Ten of Cups energy. So that's very positive. I'm so glad to see that for you, because I do feel like there's a lot of like mental kind of anxiety or like circular thoughts that just keep running to do with this situation. The Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands are very similar energies. The Seven of Wands is standing on higher ground and defending against like defending from your higher ground against multiple others. Often you're standing alone. The Nine of Wands, it's like reached to the point that you've been doing this for a while and you're reaching kind of burnout, but you're persevering, and because it's reversed, this situation is ending, and the lack of clarity is ending as well. So please adapt that to your situation as you see fit. I'm hoping our oracle cards can link us back to this positive news of what's coming ahead. Oh, that's all three cards right there. So you have patience. So please have patience for this beginning to happen. It's a really good beginning. It's just there's some things to put in place first. Upheaval, that's what's happening in this situation. There's going to be a total shift. There already has been a total upheaval of the harmony, but there's also going to be a total upheaval of the disharmony as well, to kind of restore to the here. Oh, I'm so glad you got the healing card, because I did say that several times, and you do need a lot of healing on the community and the individual level. So thank you, cards, for confirming that really this is what your March is all about. Healing, restoring harmony to your surroundings, your community, and to yourself. Please focus first on yourself, and then the community will come next. And then after that, this is really your March. After that comes the start of this new beginning. So probably you'll see the seeds of this like poking through the ground at the end of the month. And with that, I am wishing you so much love on this. Hi Taurus, happy March. Let's get your message. The Emperor reversed, The Three of Wands reversed. And the Five of Pentacles reversed. A lot of reversals happening, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. The Five of Pentacles reverse is really great. It's the end of a material, a financial hardship that you've been experiencing. But like at the same time, as you're coming off this difficult period, the difficulties that were a part of that period are still taking their time to end as well. And so one of those things is a difficult authority figure or an institution of authority that's still troubling you a bit, and how would I phrase this? A stagnation to moving ahead, to start on a new, new direction. Usually I would say like a new venture, new opportunity, but it's more of like a new direction that you've been waiting for this hardship to end so that you can take this energy and fly off and bring others with you in this new direction. But it looks like there's still going to be some kind of timing at play here, so that will still be working itself out in March. Seven of Swords reversed, Three of Pentacles, and Eight of Cups reversed. When I saw this Three of Wands, I wanted to call it the Three of Pentacles because it really felt like the Three of Pentacles energy was in there for you, and it is, yeah. This is a team that you want to bring in a new direction. The team is good, the team is solid. You've got key players here who have good skills and they're ready to work. And yeah, it is just about the timing tied to this, I'm gonna call it an institution that is maybe not giving you permission, not giving you the go-ahead. Maybe there's like immature feelings involved with that. But there's also an energy here of you thought maybe you had to leave this situation or this institution entirely, but you're seeing now that maybe you don't. So that's a positive thing. I hope. It depends on how you interpret that. And then also with the Seven of Swords, you're relinquishing, this is getting discovered. So it could be like some kind of corruption or cheating, cheating the system, cheating you out of what you're due as a group. I just keep seeing paperwork, so I think it's something to do with like bureaucracy and people like fudging the paperwork or keeping yours off to the side and not filing it in time. And that was like intentional on somebody's part. They were targeting you, they didn't like, or they're targeting your team. It's totally unfair, but it looks like it's backfiring on them, or they're being discovered in some way. Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords reverse, and Six of Wands reverse. I see this as you speaking your truth, and like raising hell over the situation. It's like a town hall. I'm seeing, just because of the microphone, I'm seeing this figure as at a town hall, just like fiery and speaking their truth to the public, revealing everything. I don't think that will be well received at first, and the external victory will be delayed, but the internal victory is there because you finally called out what was happening here. And I feel like this is at risk to you and to your team. I want to ask if there's hints on like, what's the advice here? Like, will this turn out in your favor? Oh, this will very much turn out in your favor. This is your card, the King of Pentacles. So I think you've already decided that if this opportunity arises, you want to raise your voice over it. And that means that's you stepping into your Taurus power, becoming the King of Pentacles, and really gaining back some power that this institution was trying to take away from you. I want to feel one more card for you regarding the outcome here. Nine of Wands reversed. I'm actually also feeling this one. So this will be the end of you like becoming kind of tired holding your ground for so long, fighting this fight. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. I think this is the institution falling. Yeah, I think that you calling out what's happening here will lead to an investigation of what the individuals are doing, and then an investigation of the institution as a whole. Yeah, so I don't know what you're up to, Taurus. It's like a lot. It could be as like local or as large scale as whatever you're involved in. Like this could be, you know, something that happened within just a class, and maybe somebody you know, wasn't pulling their weight on a group project. But it could be as big as like something that affects like a big corporation that you're at. Yeah, I don't see too many specifics there besides just that pile of paperwork and the bureaucracy being a part of this. So kind of like, yeah, possible like, I won't go so far as to say corruption, but like little things, definitely, like, you know, like putting your application on the bottom of the pile, stuff like that. Let's get some more advice from our oracle cards on your March, what you can do with this energy. Do you have to do anything at all? Oh, I'm so happy for you. I was actually waiting for a sign like this. Related to the Six of Wands, you do get this card that says success in it, and so there will be great success in what you do here, stepping into your power as the King of Pentacles, relieving the long fight that you've been holding out for, success for your team to move forward with what you're working on. Two more cards. This one, this is introspection, so taking some time during this period to like soul search and maybe with the team kind of like recalibrate now that you're finally getting the go-ahead of where you want to take this thing. And then guardianship. Wow, I really feel like this is you with both the Queen of Wands. First, the Queen of Wands energy, like mama bear style, like guarding your team, guarding like against the injustice of the situation. There's a lot of power coming through in what you're doing by stepping forward, making that decision to step forward at a risk to yourself. But it almost feels like you don't see it any other way. Like it has to be done, and you're the one to do it. And with the wolf and the rosehip and guardianship, it feels like that's a confirmation. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, this is your thing to do, and you're going to up level so far when you do it. You have success on your side. You have the energy of going forward with your team after this. And so I'm wishing you so much love on that in March.